This is an explanation of the ending of the third season finale of the Squid Game, why number 333 was willing to sacrifice his child for the sake of victory. Why did Ki-hoon act as a real father of this child and did what he did in the finale? What ended the main thing? It is a dispute between Ki-hoon's two ideologies and number one, which began at the end of the first season of the final series, and of course the question of why number one went to America and gave this message and the card with Song Ki-hoon's money by taking them from the hotel to his daughter. On this and other questions, you will get an answer in this. Hello friends and girlfriends, you are on the channel to watch with you. Your guide to the world of art cinema, Citizen Director. And so, the final of the final game. And now, 2 stages are passed. And at the end it would seem that there are still people who should care about the new number 22, a small child. And here Ki-hoon, who protects the child and his biological father. Number 333, who seemed to say that he cares about his beloved and naturally, and the fruit of their love that is the child, and suddenly begins something completely different. 100% shows his nature of number 333. He's not just not ready to even try to keep the child alive, because notice they could have entered the third platform with the 3 of them, and then he could have tried to negotiate with Ki-hoon to keep him and the child alive. No, he doesn't even try to risk it. He makes a cold-blooded decision to run across the platform first, takes this huge girder and demands the child from Ki-hoon. Why wouldn't Ki-hoon go through there and die right away? But then the rules say that the button hasn't been pressed yet, so someone has to die, and that someone is either number 333 or the child. So for himself, the biological father has already made a decision here that he will dump his child to win the game and take the money. He only at the moment when it was profitable for him started to play these feelings with 222. But when the question of his money and her life came into the balance, then he quickly made this decision in the penultimate game. It was a telling moment when she is wounded and limping, and he does not even try and does not risk going with her. He chooses himself and the money he leaves her already here. It was all clear for him. The money was the primary. What he blamed him for. For a second, many people thought that he was thinking about 222. And maybe even in the game, we were made dramaturgically in the final moments of the game that he deliberately entered into trust with those players to save his child. But no, it is not true. He always thought only about himself. But now, in the final scene, this fight starts. And number 333 falls, and he and the child are left. And it becomes clear that since he fell before time, now someone else must fall, either him or the child. And here he understands everything for himself, and even when he is standing there on the edge, who might think that he was thinking about dropping the child. But who knows? And saw all the way down, he understood already then what decision he will make, that he will sacrifice himself to save this child. And here we come to the main argument of the main arch of the main line. Number 4, 5, 6 that I will tell you, and there will be an understanding that this is the main argument of the main arch of the main line number 456 that I will tell you. I'm going to tell you and realize that it was actually a happy ending to this drama. Of course it was a happy ending, it was not a bad ending. It was the best possible ending for Seong-kyun and his arc. So it all started, as I said, not in the second season but in the first season, in the final episode. Because there is a philosophical dispute between number 1, then an old man, and Ki-hoon's dream. And the dispute is the following. Ki-hoon believes that people are something more than animals. These very horses that human is more than this lowly. And it will definitely win this light over the dark. And number 1 believe that no human nature is corrupted, and that is why people will always choose this skinny option to save themselves, and certainly not to sacrifice themselves. And that was the first dispute then up there in the skyscraper, and then it seemed like Ki-hoon won. Although the flame in Ki-hoon was extinguished, but the mother brought him back on track, giving him a new meaning, saving the life of number 222 and her baby. The mother realized that the biological father, 333, would not save the child, so she sacrificed herself so that Ki-hoon could be a true father to the baby. Ki-hoon broke the system not by revolutionizing with murder, but by defeating the numbers first philosophically. He proved that people can keep their humanity and sacrifice themselves for someone else's child. Visions of dead friends helped him stay the course. The baby is a symbol of hope for humanity. As long as there are people like Ki-hoon, Mom, 149, and other bright characters, life will go on. The biological father, 333, represents the lower materiality, while Ki-hun represents the higher spirituality. The finale invites the audience to ponder. At the critical moment, will we choose to act as human beings or as cattle? The story shows that even in a world of darkness, there are small flames of hope, people who retain their humanity despite the circumstances. Technical inaccuracies in the series are only artistic assumptions to convey the main theme of preserving humanity in inhuman conditions. You were on this channel, and with you was your guide to the world of art cinema, Citizen Director. See you soon. Bye bye bye.